All right, Thunder fans, welcome back to the second game versus the Music City Marauders out of Nashville. Marauders for this game will be in their all-black jerseys. Thunder again in the white. So Thunder won the first game. What was it, 4-0, I believe? Yeah, 4-0. Should have been 5-0. We had one bar down that didn't get counted, but no worries. So we got about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes left before we get going here. All right. So we'll get started here in just a few minutes. 14-minute periods. We played 3 periods last time. Hopefully we'll get all 3 in again this time. I don't see why we wouldn't. Got some music this game. Thanks to Sarah Pugh for running the camera and doing the music. Multi-talented. I think the boys already starting to enjoy the little extra pump-up music. They came out with a little pep in their step. So starting lineup for the Thunder, it's going to be Henry Arns at center. Abel Ross over at your left wing position, and Jaron Simmel over at right wing. Hayes Hallman over at the right defense, and Easton Del Bosco over at the left defense. And of course, who can forget Ryan Longley holding down the net? Pitched a shutout first game. Faceoff goes over to Easton. Easton kicks it up to Abel. Marauders have possession. Henry able to knock it down as they were trying to send a pass out into the neutral zone. Marauders with it behind the net. Hayes steps up, tries to take the puck. Henry has it. Hayes skates around, sends one towards the goal. Knocked away. Del Bosco catches it at center ice. Looking to backhand one over to Hayes. Now he gets it on his forehand. Gets it off the wall towards Hayes. Hayes just missed it off his stick. Marauders now with an opportunity taken away by Easton. Henry now sends a flying pass over to Jaron. Jaron and Abel into the offensive zone. Abel now has it, sends a pass over to Dalton, who just came on the ice in a line change. Dalton tries a backhand towards the net. Marauders now trying to work it out. Dalton giving chase out. Hayes with a poke check. Able to slow him up just enough, and Marauders get a shot off. Ryan able to keep it out of the goal. And Thunder able to clear it. It's going to be an icing if it reaches that far. And now they've waved it off. Got Jackson and Ethan in for the defense. Puck works out of the defensive zone. Dalton now able to carry it back in. Scrum here at center ice. Dalton now works across the blue line, has Whalen to his left. Whalen has an open shot, takes it, and into the glove of the Marauders goalie. So we'll take a line change here. Kerner and Fast stay out for the defense. Rowe at center, Pugh over to the left, and Morton over to the right. Kerner just off the edge of his stick, catches it at the blue line, sends a pass over to Fast. Fast tries to slap one back in, but the puck's going to trickle out in the neutral zone. Rowe along the near side. Marauders have it. They take a shot wide of the goal. Ryan was all over it. Bobby Rowe sprints up, knocks it out of the zone. He's got it through center ice. Works it in, tries to get a shot off. Good body control by the Marauders defense. Marauders now on the offense, taking it into the zone, Fast giving chase. They get a shot way high and wide. Marauders now working it around. Kerner now skates it up. He's going to go through center ice. Kerner chips it along the boards, leaving one for Jacob. And Jacob had held up at the blue line. Now Abel coming into the zone. Abel able to work it around. Puck knocked away. Henry Arns, Jaron Simmel, Bandon all out there along with Gavin. Ross comes off. Yandel behind the goal. Knocked away there by Henry. Works over to Abel. Marauders take it out into the neutral zone. Come back in. Knocked away by Gavin. Gavin able to get it out. And this puck is just going back and forth. It looks more like a tennis match right now. Gavin off his boot. Knocks it over to his brother Jaron. Henry ends up with it. Henry skating through the neutral zone. He's got Abel at the blue line. Abel and Jaron both skate up. Now puck headed the other way, and we will have an icing. So full line change. Dalton Clark to take the face off. Waylon Tolson over on his left. Caden Conlon over to his right. And then Hayes and Easton Del Bosco out there for the defense. Face off goes to the Marauders. Dalton not giving up on it. Marauders now sprinting through the neutral zone. Easton with some good defense. Hayes picks it up in front of the net, able to clear it out. Oh, nice takeaway there by Caden. Caden gets it over to Waylon. Waylon takes a shot. Waylon's going to come back around the goal, taken away by the Mauraders. Hayes and Easton will back it up, but taken away again by Dalton. And unfortunately, Caden and Waylon were both just a hair offsides. So Grand Pugh, Bobby Rowe, Jacob Morton, along with Fast and Kerner on defense. Grand Pugh tries to send one deep into the offensive zone. Rowe doing some dirty work behind the net, sends one to the center. Good stick lift there by Jacob. Good job there by Graham. Pokes it away fast in the near side corner. Looks like he was able to get it over to Graham. Bobby doing some good body work along the boards. And we have an offsides. So we'll head here into the neutral zone for another face-off. It's going to be Henry Arns taking this one, along with Abel Ross, Jaron Simmel, Gavin Simmel, and Bandon Yandel on defense. Henry Arns kicks it over to Abel. Marauders take possession. Henry Arns now in the offensive zone, has to work around the referee. Marauders again on the move. Pass cut off by Gavin Simmel. Gavin knocks that away as Abel and Gavin over here in the near corner. Puck clears the zone. Marauders now at center ice. Able to work it in for just a second. Good takeaway there by Gavin. Gavin and Henry in the corner working around the ref again. Henry trying to get a handle on it, send up to Abel. He's able to clear the zone, but the Marauders still have possession. Marauders now dump it deep. Hayes checks into the game, goes into the corner, changes direction. He's going to send a pass over to Jaron. Jaron loses it at his feet. He's got it now. He's going to send it up to center ice where Abel Ross was waiting. And we should have had an offsides there. Abel was offsides. Hayes now moves back out of the defensive zone. Hayes again with it. Got a guy on his heels. Chips that one into the offensive zone for the Thunder. Abel Ross now steals it behind the net. He's got a guy in the center. Not just a guy. He's got Waylon in the center. Hayes able to chip it back in. Marauders again on the move through center ice. Good pass cut off there by Henry, but it leaves a one-on-one. And nice job, Ryan. Ryan down and on the opposite side. They almost tried to wrap around, but the defense was there to hold them. Henry chips it up to Caden and then takes the opportunity to hop off the ice. Caden skates fast around the back of the net. Waylon now keeps on his stick, trying to jam it in. Waylon saying in the it looks like it is. It is a goal. Yep. So 1-0 here on the Thunder. Waylon just would not give up on it. Well, never mind. They did not give it to him. He made the hand signal. Did you see the hand signal? I saw the hand signal. Waylon takes another shot off the faceoff. See, I was a little confusing there. The ref, as he was digging the puck out of the net, gave the hand signal like it was a goal. But then we put the faceoff down. So Marauders made a quick move right through the middle. Easton just backtracking like crazy. Hayes too. Easton was the next man there. Hayes skates up, tries to take it away. Easton now behind his own goal, picks it up, changes direction. Got one guy to beat. Marauders center one. Really kind of took a shot. Ricochets off of Longley and over to Waylon. Waylon gets it over to Dalton. Dalton now carries it into the offensive zone with Caden waiting at the blue line. Marauders take it away again. Defense changes. We got Kerner and Jackson out there. Shot. Longley knocks it down. Kerner hits it along the boards. Clark comes around. Bunch of traffic there in the center. Whalen had it on a stick for just a second. Gets over to Jacob. Jacob now is going to carry it into the offensive zone. Sends a pass over to Caden. Caden takes it into the offensive side. Sends one towards the net, but really just kind of trying to send it in deep, I believe. Kerner backhands it back into the corner. Jacob giving chase out of the zone. Rowe knocks a stick away. No penalty. Rowe now takes it away. He's going to send it up. Dangerous pass through two guys, but it clears the zone. Gets over to Jacob and Pugh. And now we'll have a trip on Bobby Rowe. He should be headed to the penalty box. So Bobby just got his stick up underneath him. Some good aggressive play there, though, by both lines. 4:53 left here in the first period. Shots on goal favoring the Thunder 3-2. Score of 0-0. Looks like it's going to be Graham Pugh taking the face off this time. He's got Henry Arns, Gavin Simmel, and Bandon Yandel all out on the ice with him. Puck clears his own. Henry giving chase here in the middle. Graham with them. They're able to knock it away. Nice job there by Bandon. Bandon now in the corner will be the first Thunder player there. Sends it over to Gavin. Gavin now trying to clear it out of the zone. Sends a great pass across the ice over to Graham. Graham able to work through a few guys. Loses the puck as he enters the zone. And now we're headed the other way. Defense in good position. Gavin with a great back check there. Gavin came flying in, took it away. They get a shot off, but it just kind of bounces up and in front of Ryan. No need for him to make a move on it. Henry now coming across the center. Tries to take a shot. Loses it off his stick just at the last second. Mauraders take possession, send it out. Got Hayes and Easton now in on the defense. They send a centering pass. Hayes able to put a stick on it. Mauraders now into the corner. Jaron able to clear it. Mauraders dump one all the way to the goal. Ryan's just going to go ahead and corral that in and put a glove on it. If we lose anybody here, we understand. We'll be right back. It's just a battery change on the camera. So I'll try to tell you what's going on. They get a shot off. Mauraders do. Easton right in front of the goal, able to knock it down. Bobby Rowe back out there after his penalty. Jaron now pushes it away. Mauraders can't keep it in the zone. Jaron chases it all the way down. Back into our offensive zone. Abel Ross with him. Bobby Rowe tries to knock it away. Hayes finally able to take it. Easton Del Bosco now takes it into the corner, picks it up behind our own net. Brings it out, chips it along the boards. Bobby picks it up. Sends one around to Jaron. Jaron tries to chip it up. Knocks into the defender. Got Hayes and Bobby skating up. Hayes didn't hold up, but luckily no offsides. They get a shot off. Bobby Rowe trying to jam it in. I believe we were technically offsides on that one, but no call and able to get a shot off. So 2:21 left here in the first period. Score tied at 0. Dalton coming in to take the face off. Caden and Whalen both in there. Oh, nice off the face-off. Caden was switching positions and immediately came in and was able to put a shot on goal. Nashville able to pass it out. Gets it over to Jackson Fast. Jackson sends one back to Kerner. Ethan up the boards. Comes right back to him. Pass. Lost at his feet. Sends it back around to Caden. Caden picks it up on his backhand. Skates around his own goal. Sends a pass out to Waylon. Waylon with some clear ice in front of him. He's got Dalton Clark right at the blue line. They're able to hold on just long enough, and as Waylon enters the zone, knocked away. Caden there in the corner. Waylon's right in front of the net. Turner now knocks it forward. Waylon battling in the corner. Dalton able to send it back to Ethan. Ethan sends it back up. Dalton again, still battling on the boards. Gets a shot off, and it's just going to be covered up by the Marauder goalie. 1:07 left here in the first period. Shots on goal right now favoring the Thunder 4-3. So Arns at center, Ross over at left, Simmel over at right. Another Gavin, Simmel back on left defense, and Yandel over at right. Gavin takes a shot, doesn't get a hold of all of it. Back checks and takes it away. Yandel able to knock it off. Yandel now again with a good poke check. Puck just sitting at the line. Got a Marauder without a stick that's trying to kick it and keep it in the zone. But Thunder able to clear it out. It looks like we got an offsides here. Again, can't see a whole lot because of this awning right here on the near side of the ice, but enough to know it was an offsides. Bobby Rowe taking the face off. Hayes steals it away. Hayes now sends it up to Jacob. Jacob works it into the zone. He's got Bobby Rowe in front. Jacob goes down along the boards. Bobby goes in to help out. About 12 seconds left. They send a pass back. Marauders. Graham Pugh trying to knock it away. Easton's going to step up, try to keep it in. They did call an offsides. There were 3.4 seconds left. Easton was so close to keeping that in, but good heads-up play there to even see what was happening and try to fix it. Bobby again with the face-off. Graham and Jacob to his left and right, respectively. Face-off goes to Graham. Graham kicks it back into the offensive zone, and we will have the end of the first period here tied at 0. Shots on goal, 4 for the Thunder, 3 for the Marauders. Well, the Marauders do not take a whole lot of time to discuss anything during intermissions. And the Thunder clearly take their entire minute. The Marauders out here already lined up, ready to roll. And finally, the Thunder come out after their minutes up. 14-minute period for number 2. It's going to be Bobby Rowe, Jacob Morton, Graham Pugh, Hayes Hallman, and Easton Del Bosco. Face-off 1 by Nashville. Hayes skates up, tries to take it away. Hayes has it at center ice, still chipping away. Looks like Jacob and Hayes still battling along the near side board, but I can't tell what's going on. You see Jacob stabbing at the wall. Jacob's got it now. Carries it into the offensive zone as he enters. It's taken away. Somehow the puck gets over to Graham. Graham with a good little pirouette. Puck stays in. Easton, good job sealing up the blue line. Graham sends it over towards the center. Knocked away again by Graham. He's all over the place right now. Good shot there by Jacob. Blocked away by the Marauders. Again, a lot going on over here in this near side. Bobby now has it. Carries it into the offensive zone. Gets a shot off. Blocked away by the Marauders goalie. Graham Pugh over on the far side. Tries to send a center pass over towards Jacob. Kicks off Jacob's stick. It's back to Ethan. Ethan now flips it along the boards, looking for Bobby Rowe. Marauders have it again. Send it back into center ice. Kerner again works through the middle. There's a threat to score for sure. He's coming in on his backhand. Gets a backhand towards the goal, but up and over. Marauders now coming the other direction. Whalen enters the game. Whalen comes in, steals it away. Flipped in by Graham Pugh. Going to give the rest of his offense and defense a time to change, I believe. Dalton behind the net. That's over to Caden. Caden with a quick shot off, but hits Dalton's leg. Dalton over the leg pad of the Marauders goalie for a 1-0. So from Caden to Dalton. And Dalton just happened to be in the right place at the right time and was able to make something happen with it. Great shot there. So shots on goal, 5-3 for the Thunder. 12:06 left here in the second period. Score of 1-0. Good guys. Dalton takes the face off. It goes back to the Marauders' way. They flip it backwards and back up. Slam pretty hard up against the walls. Caden Conlon. Caden and Dalton still battling. Now Whalen ends up with it. Whalen's going to carry it in. Has one guy on him. Knocking him pretty hard the whole way. This game seems a lot more chippy than the first one. Caden tries to send one towards the goal. Blocked away by the Marauders. Marauders now kick it out. Jackson takes a stab at it. Jackson flips it along the boards. Jackson again tries to knock it away, continuing to battle behind the net. Puck goes over to Caden. Caden stops it, flips it up the board. Again, gets the rebound himself, sends one over to Ethan. Puck gets out into the neutral zone. Marauders take possession again, send it back in. Defense in good position. Ethan able to knock it away. Ethan now carrying it out, skates up the near side. Puck works back out to a Marauder stick. Great pass there by Nashville. Nashville is going to carry it in with Fast right on top of him. They get a shot off. Ryan was doing a good job of just hanging on to that left side of the goal. He's just going to hang on to the puck, let his offense and defense make a change. Face-off headed over here to the offensive zone. Defensive zone. It'll be Henry Arns, Jaron Simmel, Abel Ross, Bandon Yandel, and Jaron Simmel all out on the ice for the Thunder. Jaron now knocks it away. Jaron in the near side corner sends it over to his brother Gavin. Gavin shoots it over to Abel. Abel along the far side, able to chip it up the boards to Henry. Henry with a cross ice pass over to Jaron. Jaron carries it into the zone. Marauders now take it away. Lots of battling going on again on the near side. It looks like Henry Arns has it and is able to skate it and flip it in. But the Marauders quickly take possession and come the other direction. Bandon tried to squeeze them along the boards. They get a shot off, knocked down by Ryan. Ryan able to knock it away, and the rest of the Thunder able to put a stick on it and get it out of in front of him. Henry now has it along the far side, tips it in. Henry still battling along the boards. Puck loose behind the net. Marauders able to carry it out. Bandon takes it, sends it over to Gavin. Gavin shoots it up to Abel. And it looks like we had a offsides. Again, one of those offsides where we are in the middle of a line change and the puck enters our zone. So it's going to be Rowe, Pugh, and Morton. Hallman and Del Bosco. Rowe taking the face off. Drops back. Marauders come away with it. Thunder quickly surround the puck. Morton tries to flip one in. Taken by the Marauders. Marauders working through the middle. Knocked away by Graham Pugh. Hayes now has it. Knocks it over towards Jacobs away. Easton ends up with it. Easton again tries a pass, knocked away. Tries another pass, knocked away. And Marauders trying to come back. Battle scrum here in the neutral zone, but the Marauders bring it in. Send a good cross ice pass. Hayes is there for a defender. Marauders send another pass over to their D-man up front, and man, that was close. It was way too close. Ryan with a good leg save. Pugh, Rowe, and Hallman all over here on the near side. Hallman looked at like he chipped it way up and out of the zone. Now we've got it on the right end of the ice. Bobby Rowe has it in the near corner. Bobby again shoots one in the middle. Graham Pugh puts one in. Great job there by that offensive line, just continuing to battle the entire time. Bobby Rowe took it into the corner and just found Graham Pugh standing right in front of the net. So score now 2-0. 8:07 left here in the second period. Shots on goal favoring the Thunder 6-5. Dalton Clark here to take the face-off. Whalen on his right. Caden on his left. Ethan and Jackson back as defenders. Marauders take a shot up high and over the goal, and then it just kind of trickled in off the rebound over to Ryan. Ryan, with a lot of traffic in front of him, went ahead and snagged that puck to freeze it.
Yeah, I'm going to stop because it's not.
Off the face-off, puck goes to the Marauders. They get a shot off, blocked away by Jackson. Looked like Jackson was able to send that all the way down. They're going to go ahead and call an icing on that. So we'll head all the way back to the Thunder defensive zone, where Whalen's going to line up as center to take the face-off. Dalton, Del Bosco, and Conlon all standing in front of Ryan with Hayes in the corner. Marauders have possession. Send it over to Del Bosco's way. Del Bosco is still battling in the near corner. Puck in the corner, centered. Great job centering that by the Marauders. They get a shot off up and over the top of the goal. Hayes now has it in front of the goal. Sends one over to Caden. Passes just off the mark. Puck goes all the way back. As a quick transition, good pass and transition. Hayes was right there. The puck was knocked away. It went up and on top of Ryan. And then it looked like Easton got a high stick. He swatted it out of the air as it went up and over the top of Ryan and then hit the top of the goal. Easton swatted it off. So high stick there by the Thunder. It'll be Henry Arns coming to take the face off. Abel Ross, Jaron Simmel, Hayes, and Easton. Goes back to Hayes. Hayes flips it up, tries to get it out. Marauders sealing up the blue line. They get another shot off, and Ryan snags it with a glove save. Looked like it was going to be a little bit high, but never mind Ryan snagging that thing and keeping the puck frozen there. So he's entered the game. Bandon gets it over to Jaron. Jaron tries a quick pass. And it looks like we'll have another face-off here in the neutral zone for an Henry with another face-off. Gavin Simmel with it, sends a great pass over to Henry. Henry up now through the middle. He's got Jaron coming in right behind him. Henry goes to the near side, tries to backhand back over to Jaron. He's still got the puck, but pressed hard against the boards. Gavin, great job there by sealing up the board. Gets it back over to Abel. Abel unable to keep it in. And now the Marauders are on a fast break with Bandon giving chase. Great job there by Ryan with a big save. And the puck going the other direction. Jaron now skating it into the offensive zone. Jaron in the corner. Takes it behind his own net. Tries to wrap around. Centers it back for Abel. Abel makes one man miss. Tries to make a second man miss, but he's got two black jerseys right on top of him. Sends a pass over to Bandon. Bandon was all the way across ice at the top of the blue line. Abel still able to find him. Marauders trying to move the puck around. Henry weaves through two men. Comes back into the offensive zone, sends a cross ice pass over to Abel. Abel had one move, tried to make a guy miss. Henry Arns tries to keep it in. Fast now has it. Fast is going to dump it in. We're going to have an offsides. Probably not a bad offsides there, though, in the scheme of things. Give our guys a little bit of an opportunity to take a good switch and not be rushed doing it. So it's going to be Bobby Rowe, Graham Pugh, Jacob Morton, Ethan Kerner, and Jackson Fast all out on the ice. Rowe with the face-off. Drops it back. Sends it over for Ethan. Ethan now carries it into the zone. Gets pushed in the back. And I heard a whistle really quick. I don't know if that was an offsides or if that's a penalty for the push in the back. I don't see anybody headed to the penalty box, so it's not a penalty. It must have been an offsides. Bobby Rowe again to take the face off. Jacob on his right and sends it over to Ethan. Ethan immediately tries to dump it in, but it goes off the boot of one of the Marauders. Bobby Rowe now gives chase into the corner. Black jersey beat him there. Marauders chipping it out. It ends up on Jackson's stick. Jackson able to send it back up for Graham. Marauders again with possession. Ethan seals up the boards. Jacob comes over to help him out. And puck still in our offensive zone. Graham Pugh into the corner. Graham tries a backhand kind of towards the net. Not many white jerseys around it, though. Jackson takes a shot from deep. He gets the puck. Jacob ends up with it and gets a shot off, but it was up and over. Jackson takes another shot deep. Trying to tip it in is Jacob Morton. Graham Pugh whiffs on a shot. His mom over here laughing at him. But would have been a great shot if he could have just connected. Jackson and Bobby in the corner. Ends up on Ethan's stick. Ethan's going to skate it up. He's got Graham Pugh in the center. Great pass over to Graham. Graham's going to take it right up the middle. Sends a pass over to Jacob. Jacob now backhands it back over. And Kerner had a great shot on it, but goalie just in a great position. Kerner again behind the net. Tries to center one for somebody, but nobody in the center. Ends up on the Marauders' possession. And now we're headed the other direction. Jackson Fast, the only one back. Jacob Morton going back and forth trying. And now Jackson takes it away. Jackson flips one up over to Caden, who just break away and get slashed, and he will get a penalty shot. Well, I don't know if he'll get a penalty shot, but he will get. We will be on a power play. Had a what could have been a breakaway goal for him, but now we will be on a power play. And Dalton all skating forward. The Hayes and Easton. And the Marauders taking just a hot minute to figure out who to send out, I guess, for this penalty kill. I'm not sure if we took a timeout or what happened. I don't know if they're having to talk about it. Again, we can't see anything that's going on underneath us, so here comes a few more players. Every once in a while, I catch a glimpse of the other referee standing over here at the scoring booth. So I just assume they're having a little conversation about what exactly the penalty was and how to do anything with it. Easton Del Bosco sends it over to Hayes. Hayes gets a shot off. It's bouncing around loose in front of the net. Conlon all over it and got a whistle on it. Tons of traffic there in front of the net for that goalie to find that puck. Great job by him. Thunder looking to do it again. Dalton going to take the face-off. Whalen on his left, Conlon on his right. Face-off goes forward into the offensive zone, and they're able to flip it up and out. It should be an icing. Well, never mind it. They've gone ahead and waved it off, even though it did cross the line. Hayes, first one there, picks it up, sends a pass over for Whalen, right off Whalen's stick. Now the Marauders will take it in the far corner. Marauders change direction. Conlon all over him. It ends up over to Whalen. Whalen tries a backhand. It's loose in front of the net. They keep getting shots off. It is just still loose. Caden trying to find something empty. Clark gets a stick on it, still stabbing at it. The puck finally clears out. Easton now is going to step up. Easton gets it on his stick. Now Conlon takes another shot. Whalen's trying to clear it out. There's lots of pushing and shoving right there in front of the net. It looks like we might have another penalty. So it's the other Marauder player must have gotten a pretty hefty penalty because I didn't even look to see, but there's 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the penalty from the previous one. So Henry Arns takes the face off. Gavin able to pop it into the offensive zone. Sitting near corner, and we should have an icing here. So shots on goal favoring Thunder 11-7. Thunder up 2-0 with 2:25 left here in the second period. The majority of that 2 minutes, at least 1 minute and 58 seconds of it, will be on a power play. So it's Henry at center, Abel Ross to the left, Jaron Simmel to the right. Off the face-off, the puck goes back to Bandon and out of the zone. Bandon able to chase it down, sends a pass up to Ross. Handle again with it, sends one over towards Jaron, but one of the Marauders flew in there and knocked it away, and now the Marauders with an offside. Now 2:09 left here in the second. Henry again with a face-off. Sends it over to Jaron. Jaron immediately sends it over to Abel. Scrum here in the neutral zone. Marauders with it. Marauders try to get around Jaron, and Gavin ends up with it. Gavin now with Ross at the blue line. Sends it over to Henry. Wow, nice play. Gavin sent it over to Henry, and Henry, to repay the favor, sent it right back to Gavin. Gavin able to flip it up and in the goal for a goal. So fantastic job there by those two guys. Sprint down there and make something happen here with just a little bit of time left here in the second period. Minute 49 seconds left. 1:22 of that left on this. I would say left on the power play, but the power play is now over as comes away with the score. So 3-0. Minute 49 left. Puck goes over to Jacob. Jacob sends it back to Ethan. Ethan sent it back up, and now it's lost under the awning. Pops out in our zone. Ethan hanging on to it at the blue line, waiting for everybody to get on sides. He's able to flip it in the second that Bobby and Graham got back on. Now the Marauders with it again. Take it in. Jackson fast, staying with them. They get a shot off, and Jackson hit his stick right about the time he sent the shot off, so not much able to be on it. And Ryan able to put a glove on it. Bobby taking the face off. Bobby sends it over to Jackson. Jackson sends it back to Ethan. Ethan flips it up the boards over to Morton. Morton over to Grand Pugh. Grand Pugh takes it in to the offensive zone, sends a centering pass over towards Rowe. Fast, able to pick it up. Now the Marauders headed the other direction, and we should have a tripping here, which I believe is going to be on Jacob. Puck taken away by Jackson, and it does look like it's going to be Jacob headed to the penalty box. So it'll be the first penalty kill of the game here for the Thunder. 49.1 seconds left. It'll be Hayes, Easton, Dalton, and Caden. Hayes and Caden in front of the net. Clark at center. And Easton back on the other side. Easton gets a stick in there. Now Dalton able to push it away. Dalton knocks it away back to Easton. Easton battling over there with some black jerseys. Caden puts a stick on it. Dalton now skates out towards the defense. Defensive shot up and way wide. 24 seconds left. Hayes knocks that one down. Hayes in the corner. They got a shot off, and no good. Ryan blocks it away. Now Easton's going to skate out with it. 5 seconds left. This should be the end of the second here. And when we come back for the third, we'll start with a 41-second penalty kill for the Thunder. Shots on goal favoring the Thunder 12-7. Score favoring the Thunder 3-0. We're getting Graham's best Macarena out here. So this will be a 15-minute period in the game. The other two were 14, but apparently we have some extra time. Bobby takes the face off, still ends up with it. Able to send it in. Marauders, though, end up with it. Rowe comes in, steals it away in the neutral zone. Rowe comes back in. Him and a bunch of black jerseys, and then finally Graham skating up. Marauders pick it up in the center. Graham knocks it away for just a second. Fast now has it. And again, we are on a penalty kill, but we are in our own offensive zone. Bobby Rowe sends a good pass back to Ethan. Ethan just couldn't quite hang on to it. Ethan now knocks it away. Still battling is Ethan and Jackson. Jackson knocks it away from the goal. Graham's going to take it into the corner. Lots of line changes, and penalty kill is over. We're back to full strength. Got Henry Arns skating across the blue line. Henry's got Jaron right in front of the goal. If he can just get a pass off, he's able to find Jackson fast, skating into the zone. Jackson now making a couple of guys miss. Now Ethan here at neutral center ice gets it over to Ross. Ross pops it into the zone, met with a whole bunch of black jerseys. Turner now tries to flip it in. Good thing it didn't go in. We would have had an offsides. Arns now has it. He's got to wait for everybody to get back on. He sends one back to Jackson. Jackson takes his time, sends it right back to Henry. Henry looks up, trying to send it over to Jaron, who's waiting at the blue line. Knocked away by the Marauders. Henry's got to hold up and wait again. He sends another one back to Jackson. Jackson this time looks over to Abel, just off Abel's stick. Marauders send one up and over, trying to get it out. Henry able to keep it. Henry again knocks it away. Henry trying to get it on a stick for a shot, sends one over towards Abel, right through Abel's legs. Gavin pops in, knocks one with his backhand deep into the offensive zone. Bandon now enters the game. They get one over to Gavin. Gavin gets it on his backhand, gets a shot off. Still stabbing at it is Jaron. And the goalie does a good job there, just finally hanging on to it. So Dalton, Waylon, and Caden all coming out for the offense. Bandon and Gavin in on defense. Puck goes back. Marauders have it. Good pass there, cut off by Dalton. Dalton, as he's coming out of the defensive zone, gets tripped up. No call. A little bit of battle there in the neutral zone. It finally spit out, but nobody really has possession quite yet. Bandon has it, able to skate it forward. Bandon's going to continue at the blue line. Works his way in, knocked away. Waylon's going to find this guy along the wall, tries a good stick lift, and took the puck away and finally trickles into the goal. And goalie with a cover. It's 11:54 left here in the game. Shots on goal favoring the Thunder, 13-7. Score 3-0. Good guys. Hayes and Easton in for the defense. Bobby, Graham, and Jacob. Graham being on your near side, Jacob being on your far side. Puck goes over to Jacob. Jacob tries to send one back to Hayes. Hayes trying to go for the puck. Ends up taking out a man, and puck leaks out of the zone. Bobby comes back, picks it up, carries it in, sends a pass back to Jacob. Jacob gets one shot off, blocked up well by the Marauders. Jacob again trying to get it up to Graham. Graham's just going to go ahead and send it deep into the corner. Bobby now has it, changes direction. Nice little move there behind the goal. He's trying to find Jacob for another shot. Jacob looking for somebody to pass it to. Just sends it on towards the goalie, who's going to cover. All right, Henry's coming in to take the face off. Abel to his left, Jaron to his right. Easton and Hayes stay in for defense. Face off one by the Marauders. Marauders carry it out of the zone. Abel carries it right back in. Jaron tries to center one for Henry, who gets a shot off and falls down as he's taking the shot. Puck frozen again by Nashville. Henry again coming in for a face-off. Sends that one over to Abel. Puck comes out of the abyss with Henry. It quickly switches over to a black jersey Marauder. Cannon headed in. They get a shot off up and over the top of the goal. Henry now flips it up the boards. Looking for Ross. Puck's over by Jaron. Jaron continuing to work along the far side. Hayes staying right there with him. Puck gets behind him. Del Bosco now having to work, pushing the whole way. Man goes down in front of the goal. Del Bosco still staying there. They get a center shot. It's loose in front of the net. Everybody's in front of the net. Henry ends up coming in, taking the puck away from somebody. Henry again now battling for it. Ends up on Easton's stick. Easton sends it up and out of the zone to Abel. Abel tries to reverse course and grab it. Falls and quickly hops back up to give chase. Hooked away there by Whalen. And now Dalton gets it back over to Whalen. Whalen now with some speed. He's got Dalton and Caden. He tries a pass over to Caden. Pass cut off by Nashville. Whalen ends up with it again. Gets it over to Dalton. Dalton's got an open goal, but two guys right on his backside. Gets over to Jackson. Jackson sends one over to Ethan. Ethan sends one up to Caden. Caden comes sprinting in as soon as Dalton came out of the zone. Puck goes back to Ethan. Ethan able to seal the board. Chips another one back over to Caden. Caden tried to send it right back. Now Dalton takes a shot. Dalton with a nice little wrister. Whalen now sends it back around the back of the net to Caden. Right off Caden's stick, but Ethan was there to snag it. Now Dalton tries to center one in front of the net. Dalton again centers one for Whalen. Whalen's got an open shot off the goalie. Now they're trying to jam it home. I feel like this line, every single time they come out there, it's always they're in the net just jamming at the puck until the whistle blows. So I love that intensity there in front of the goal. Gavin and Bandon in for the defense. Bobby, Jacob, and Graham all out for the offense. Graham on my near side. Jacob on the far side. Puck goes over to Graham. Graham sends it back to Bandon. Bandon sends it right back to Graham. Graham's going to be able to take a shot off the goalie's blocker. Bobby along the back. Puck goes over to Gavin. Gavin somewhere along the boards. Graham comes in to fill in the defensive position in the meantime. Gavin now back over to Graham. Only one man to beat. Bandon got a stick on it, but he got right past him. And Jacob's going to end up with a hook. So we got a little bit beat there. Bandon was doing a pretty good job of just staying right there with him. And Jacob came in on the other side and just went to lift the stick and got a little bit of the hook in there. So Jacob headed to the penalty box. The Thunder penalty kill line heads out there. This time it's going to be Bobby and Graham, Easton and Hayes. Bobby wins the faceoff, sends it over towards Graham. Graham pushes it forward. Marauders quickly take control. Hayes now behind his own net, sends it over to Easton. Easton skating it forward, sends a nice pass over to Bobby. Bobby takes it off the boards, able to chip it into the offensive zone. Bobby now sends it back around the back. And the Marauders reverse and head the other direction. Another puck trickling towards the goal. Luckily, they just couldn't quite get a stick on it to get a shot off, and Ryan able to watch it all the way in and cover it. .729 here left in the game, and Don't know why I didn't realize this, but we're actually 4-on-4. Nope, we're 4-on-3. We're 4-on-3 with only one penalty for the Marauders up on the board. Not real sure. Either way, 52 seconds left on the Thunder penalty, 18 seconds left on at least one of the Marauders penalties. Now we have a fourth player. There we go. I was very confused there. So the Marauders with the puck here in the neutral zone. It's going to be Abel and Henry. Del Bosco and Hayes all out on the ice for the Thunder. Ross in the offensive zone. Nashville headed out with it. One of their best players, Cannon, number 7, was sneaking behind Easton. And he picked him up, thank goodness. Lots of shots going on right here. Nothing going. Ryan like a brick wall. They get another shot off, bounces off of somebody's legs. And we have another penalty. I believe it's going to be a Marauders player headed to the box and possibly Abel. I really have no clue. But as of right now, we have 4 seconds left on the penalty kill. 6:35 left in the third. So it will be a 5-on-3 here. Nope. 5-on-4 as Henry skates out at the last second. So it'll be Ethan and Henry in front of the goal. It was Jaron taking the face off and Jackson Fast out there as well. They get a slap shot off. He didn't get a hold of that one. They're trying to wrap around. They get another shot off of the backhand. Ethan doing a good job of closing the back door. Marauders still trying to fight for it, trying to get it on in, and Ryan able to hang on. Shots on goal favoring the Thunder, 16-9. Score of 3-0. Thunder on top. Lines didn't change. Everybody's staying the same, but we do have full strength now out there. Abel joined the crew. Marauders pass it over. Henry's right in their face. Jaron now at the puck. He's going to skate it up. He's got 2 defenders in front of him, 2 defenders behind him. He's still got it, and he's still trying to backhand on there. Knocked away by Nashville's goalie. Jackson and Jaron both had the puck right in front of them. Neither one of them exactly knew who to go get. Good job by Ethan there to knock it away. Ethan gets it up the boards over to Abel. Abel's able to kick it over to Jaron. Jaron's going to take it on the far side, waits for Abel to come in, sends it right over. Ross makes a move, tries to send one through a 5-hole. 5-hole is closed. Now Henry Arns takes a long shot, and it's loose in front of the puck. We're not sure where it was, but it is under the goalie's pad. Man, great shot there by Henry. I know his parents have to be proud that that one didn't go up and over and into the netting above the goal. All right, Dalton taking the face off. Caden over on his right. Waylon sort of behind him. And then we got Gavin and Bandon back on defense. Gavin, great job there with a poke check as they enter the zone. Gavin again knocks it away, gets over towards Dalton. Dalton sprinting through the center ice. Able to bring it into the zone. Continues to battle in the corner. Bandon knocks it away. Gets over to Waylon. Waylon trying to make a guy miss. Gets over to Dalton. Dalton now able to get a shot off. Blocked away. Bandon now skated up. He's moved around. Got Dalton who dropped back into the defensive position. Dalton now chases along the far side. Puck goes past Gavin. Ryan's going to go ahead and give it to Gavin. Puck in the corner there with Conlon and Gavin. Gavin sends a pass up, cut off by the Marauders. Hayes now enters the game, comes in. This guy at the center line, able to backhand it into the zone. He's going to sprint hard into the corner. Trying to keep an offensive possession. Bobby Rowe now comes in. Graham Pugh and Jacob Morton. Ethan Kerner in the game, and we have an icing. So 3:39 left here in the game. Bobby's going to take the face off. Graham on our near side. Jacob on our far side. Marauders trying to push it out. Graham knocks it back deep. Marauders behind their own net. Puck looks to be loose here in the neutral zone. Battle going on underneath us right here at center ice, including Bobby, Graham, and Jacob. Bobby comes out with it, gets it over towards Graham. Graham sends a nice center pass over to Jacob, just off the stick. Hayes in good position, 2-on-1. Everybody else back checks. Good poke check. Shot and up and over the net. Marauders now have it. Try to send a pass out to their D-man. It goes wide, and Graham Pugh will be the first one there as there's no icing. Graham takes it in the corner. Graham now sends a center pass over for Jaron. Bounced just at the last second and missed Jaron's stick. Puck loose in the defensive zone. Ethan goes and takes it in the corner. Ethan now flips it off his backhand over to Jaron. Jaron tries to use the boards and gets it out of the zone. We should have an offsides there, and we do. 2:06 left here in the game. Shots on goal favoring the Thunder 19-10. Abel, left wing, Henry at center. Jaron over at right wing. That went back to Ethan. Ethan flipped it back up to Abel. Jackson playing defense, tries to knock it away. Ethan comes in to help him out. Jackson ends up with it. Henry now knocks it away. Henry with it along the near side. Tries to send a pass up to Abel. Abel tries to send a pass over to the sprinting Jaron, who's coming through the neutral zone, but just got cut off. Now Henry has it. Jaron's over to his left. Abel comes into the zone with him. He sends a pass over to Abel. Abel tries to get a shot off, had it on a stick, just couldn't quite get a hang on it. And now the Marauders headed the other direction. 1:25 left. Marauders bring it in. Working through the middle of the defense. They get a shot off. Drifts wide. It's loose. Ethan knocked it down with his hand. Ethan knocks that away. Ethan now backhands it up the boards. Ethan again tries to get over to Jaron. Jaron able to get a handle on it, sends it over to Abel. Abel now coming across the center. Loses it once, picks it back up. Abel again. Dalton running a little interference there at the blue line. Waylon checks into the game. Waylon here at the red line sends it back in. 42 seconds left. Marauders headed the other direction. Bandon trying to give a little bit extra at the end. Puck's loose at their feet. Ends up with the Marauders at center ice. Bring it into the zone. Knocked away there by Gavin. Caden tries to send it out. 17 seconds left. So it looks like 17 seconds left. Bandon's going to head over to the penalty box. Just giving a little extra. It looks like both of them might be heading to the penalty box for the last 16.9 seconds of the game. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the last few seconds. Never mind. We'll have 5-on-5 hockey, full strength. Looks like Hayes, Whalen, Caden, Dalton, and Del Bosco all in. Marauders have the puck. Dalton knocks it away. Dalton again backhands it up the board and clears the zone, and we should be at the end of the game. We are. So final score of 3-0. Thunder beat the Marauders for the second time today. 4-0 first game, 3-0 second game. We do appreciate Nashville coming down and playing us this weekend. We will have practice tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Next weekend, join us in Dallas, where we will be taking on a lot of good teams. Thanks for tuning in.